And the next topic is climate change.
I don't believe in climate change.
But for next session, I was thinking we could split it 20-20-20, where we do...
That doesn't add up. That's
That's
60.
for an hour.
Oh, I think I meant like percent. Okay. Yeah, no. Okay.
Yeah, 20-20-20, Russia, Ukraine, one of them.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh my god, I forgot about the other one. And then the third one would be 100 Men versus a Gorilla.
Oh my god.
I think it would be a lot of fun.
I feel like
I
we're
don't
gonna get
remember.
violent with the
I'll send it to you.
Send us an email. I'm gonna take notes on that,
If you
bro.
go to Nicholson's room, it's not 100 men because I'm on the list, but it's 100 people versus a gorilla. I'm on the list and it's so funny and it's a really good list.
Okay guys, climate change.
Climate change.
Okay, round robin, really quickly.
Who wants to start? I can start.
Alright, go Sophia.
Okay. So, I'm gonna just start off by saying I think climate change is real.
I don't believe in climate change.
Yeah.
That's really enthusiastic. That's good.
And like, even though I do say climate change is real, I do think like the effects are bad, but they're also long term. So like on the list of things the government needs to prioritize, I put it on the list, but I wouldn't put it as the number one thing, just because of a lot of long term effects it could have. But that being said, I think effort should be implemented. Like, and it doesn't have to be too much of an effort or too much of our tax dollars going into it, but maybe a small but consistent effort to reduce it as much as it can. Because climate change itself is long term, and if it isn't being acted consistently, then it's just going to be even more and more detrimental to the outcome of our world. And what I propose, like as my little resolution, is probably just because the primary carbon dioxide emissions is from fossil fuel countries. Oh, fossil fuel. And actually all of America's fossil fuel corporations contribute to 5% of global carbon dioxide emissions globally. So not even nationally, but globally. So I think placing a small but small interest carbon emission tax on these billion-dollar corporations may prevent from so much greenhouse gases, primarily carbon dioxide, from being emitted, and also gives the investors and the owners of these companies more awareness in order to hopefully limit carbon dioxide emissions as much as we can for a brighter future.
So true.
Question. Sorry, does anybody really quickly have to leave like at 7:30? Because what we could also do is we could extend the session half an hour and then just like do another 1.5 hour session and then cancel our seventh one.
I'm good.
I didn't try to, so
Oh, okay.
That's okay.
I
I
think
mean,
I might have to leave at 6:30.
that's okay. It's okay.
Wait.
I was busy, but we can definitely.
I can stay. Thanks.
Okay,
I don't know.
I'm gonna finish y'all's round robins and then we can continue this topic next session.
Okay. I would also like to agree with Sophia that I think climate change is real, and I think we have seen that in how freaking hot it gets now in the summer. And
The UV's good though.
maybe it was fall today. But,
Well, okay. Gotta have priorities.
that, like,
To the beach right after.
you do it all.
Yes, bro. I went to the beach all day today.
Okay. Moving past that, the fire UV. I think, like, with climate change, it is, I hate to say it, it is like a lesser developed country problem than it really is like a problem for us. Like, we have the technology, like we have solar, we have renewable energy, we have like Teslas running around everywhere. But I think where like we should be worried and concerned is how like more developed countries are kind of like pushing all of this like burden onto like less developed countries. Like, we like ship off all of like our e-waste and our trash to like Bangladesh and like Sri Lanka, and they are just like forced to like take all of it and deal with all of it. And like, but I do agree, like on the list of priorities, it's like like I think there's steps we can take in terms of like continuing to like fund and promote like ways that we can like carbon capture technology. Like, I guess what some people are scared of is like if you like go after the fossil fuel industry, it could severely hurt like the US economy, it could hurt like the world economy. But I think trying to find like alternatives and being open to like alternative sources of energy is like something that we can try to maybe embrace for the long term.
I definitely agree with Evan and Sophia. I think it's definitely one of the biggest issues because it's really bad. Scientists were focused on like trying to avoid reaching 1.5 degrees Celsius for like that was like a big trend throughout the 2000s, 2010s, and 2024 we hit 1.6. So it's not really something we can put off. Like we are very much already there. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna have the effects you want it to have.
Right now.
No, but yeah, I think we should definitely like. Well, also America, even though like China and India each have like 4 times about our population each, we emit more than each of them, and I think we emit more than both of them combined in terms of carbon dioxide emissions. So it's like the US is very much a huge problem. So I think it's like I wouldn't say number 1 because at this point like the wars in the world aren't going so good. Like the politics is bad. So, but like maybe like 2 or 3, like I would definitely put it really up there for in terms of how serious it is.
Okay, guys, I'm about to surprise you, right?
Yeah.
I do think climate change is real.
Hey!
Crazy. I just don't think we should do anything about it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Why?
You're gonna be dead before anything bad actually happens.
Nah, it's like okay, because the only thing that I kind of got down was that you wanted tax on carbon dioxide companies, and then Evelyn said it hurt the U.S. economy, not to mention the global economy, because I don't know if you remember the stagflation after the OPEC.
Do I?
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. The accessibility of gas hurt the whole, U.S. economy.
No, that was only
You know?
Yeah, but well, I won't finish her
Yeah,
and
sorry.
then I'll respond.
And
I'll
that's,
circle back.
That's why I'm like,
This way
we don't need to
have
regulate
it
that,
almost-
you know?
No,
So you
I
can
remember
remember now.
everything he says.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like, why do you need to, I don't think we should put any regulations on it, because first off, kind of infeasible. Second off, I feel like it just hurt the U.S.
I think climate change is real.
Woo!
One consensus.
I don't think you can deny that, though.
No, you can and they do, but
Yes, it definitely is.
At least recruited denier in our next session.
I do think putting too many regulations on climate change issues would hurt the economy a lot. And also, guys, I'm gonna miss the gas cars. Like, please.
Nah, don't.
Respectfully, electric cars are so bad. If I ever see another Cybertruck, I'm gonna cry. But I think number 1, I'm gonna miss gas cars. Number 2, the economy is it's gonna hurt a lot. I might start crying if it happens too soon. And also, well, actually, no, I don't know what else. I didn't do too much research.
Hey, you're totally valid for that.
I mean, I get the whole gas card thing, and I think in terms of like you guys are talking about like the economy, I think I didn't do too much research on like how much it would impact the economy. I just know that like there's a lot of like investment into like the fossil fuel industry. But I think what I was like trying to propose is that like yes, like we don't want to like completely like wipe out the fossil fuel industry and like hurt all of those like businesses, but we should also try to like prop up and support businesses that are trying to find like alternative sources of energy that are better for our environment.
Also,
And like if we find something that's like even more efficient than like oil or whatever, like
Nuclear.
that might be like the new big thing. Like wow, like that's so much
The
more
new big
efficient. Like
TBA.
I know that one.
I am.
Good pull, good pull.
Okay. So to respond to your like the stagflation,
Oh, good pull, good pull.
the reason why America experienced stagflation wasn't because of like oil itself or like climate change itself, but it was rather because OPEC denied them oil because of the Yom Kippur war with
Yeah,
Israel.
yeah,
Are you
yeah,
serious?
yeah.
Okay.
I know these,
They're
bro. I know
oligopoly.
these.
So that was
No
really
idea.
an
No
issue
idea.
about oil
I'm so sorry.
or.
Can I take this call? I'm sorry.
Wait, get him on camera.
Don't interrupt together.
keep talking. We want to hear. The camera wants to hear. Record. Oh, bye, Ryder. I want to hear what she has to say. Say it to the
What I
camera.
have to say is that he was so intimidated
by my saying that he left mid-conversation. I was speaking to him.
So
He said,
embarrassing.
"You're a guy, Parker, we I'm no leaving mid
You cannot leave this
I'm
room.
so offended. I was speaking to him and he just left.
He made it personal.
He made it personal. Okay.
Then the MVP should be filmed like The Office. Like,
The Office,
someone
yes.
makes a stupid
We should do personal
someone, like, has
interviews.
a camera like Jim. Like, like I don't believe in climate change.
When I killed that fly, OP mode.
That was, and it's all on camera.
On our Insta, trust.
That's in my camera roll forever.
We were all locked in too, and then you just
Sorry.
I was scared. I was like,
He's taking a call right now.
Locked in, guys. Like I saw my chance. I was like,
bro made me look like a fan. He really went.
hold that thought.
Almost like a circle back.
Sorry. I gotta take this call.
I got priorities.
Who is it?
Well.
Who was it?
Where was I?
Great turn.
Bro, what did they want?
So basically, I was talking about like it wasn't an issue over like oil and climate, but it was rather foreign policy. And like I'm not saying oil isn't important, like it is, but also you have to like consider the time period at that time where it was like the rise of the automobile, so everyone was relying on oil. But like I think now, and like I also like have disagreements with this because I think it's just the area we live in where it's like majority Tesla. Like I feel like a lot of other areas don't have as much as solar energy conversion as we do. But just like circling back to the stagflation point, that wasn't necessarily an oil issue, but rather a foreign policy issue. And like, I think that climate change is an issue that should, like, I feel like we should do something about it just because it's gonna affect generations that come after us, and they're probably gonna have to use more resources and even cause another stagflation because we have to use all their economic resources into climate change when it could have been prevented earlier because of consistent use.
Or they'll die.
Yeah.
Okay, in response to that, okay. When you said it's a foreign policy instead of an oil issue, I think the foreign policy problem is because of the oil. It's like, I don't think the foreign policy is what's affecting the U.S. economy. It's the fact that the foreign policy limited the oil. That's where the problem came with. And back to, you talking about Teslas, only 1.5% of the cars on the road right now are electric. That's like, I don't know, 98% kind of oil, kind of important. Yeah, so it's like, and I guess, I don't know if you can see today, like when gas prices rise, usually inflation for other costs rise too. And that's because they do correlate.
Don't worry, I'll get that fly for you, Sophie.
They do correlate.
Please.
Because, when oil prices go up, the cost to ship all the goods go up too, because they're all usually, run by 16-cylinder, 18.
Alright,
Okay,
we're
Alright.
getting into econ now, so I'm gonna pivot and pause.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Too soon.
I'd like to pose a question. So you say for climate change you just want to do nothing about it.
Yeah.
And like why is it?
I think it can only bring negative at the
Well,
moment.
I mean, not always. It brings like innovations, like sadly, we Tesla on the road. But like, I think like if we do nothing, like, I guess, are you just thinking like we just pass it on to the next generation?
Right now we don't do anything.
But like why?
I think it'll only hurt us.
But wouldn't it hurt us if
More,
we did
yeah.
it too?
I mean, will it hurt later us?
That would still hurt.
Us.
It is hurting current us though.
I understand where like Sophia is coming from. That like, why would you procrastinate on like this issue when we already know and have like scientific proof and evidence that it will get worse? But I think there's like a delayed like sense of urgency just because like, again, I think we come from a place of privilege because we live in the US. We have all
Yeah.
this technology that allows us to adapt to climate change. Like we have like AC, we have like electric cars, we have like a lot of California's like electricity, like here in this room, is powered through like solar, wind, like hydroelectric. And so I think that's why we're able to be like, oh, it's not that big of a deal, like we don't have to worry about it yet, because like we are actually like we aren't living or seeing like the consequences of it. But there are some people on like island nations where like every day they can see their home getting smaller and smaller because climate change is causing the sea levels to rise. Or there are people who have like lost their entire year's worth of crops because of an unpredicted like monsoon that came in because of climate change. So I think in a small part, like as like one human like species and one like globalized economy and world, we should like start to like look for ways that we can help everyone, because like otherwise we're just leaving like the poor to like fend for themselves while the rest of us get to like build our seawalls higher and like build our houses to be like more advanced.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Okay. I'd like to agree with Evelyn's point and like just add on a little bit that climate change, I do think action should be used, but as you said that you don't want that just because you think like it would hurt the U.S. national economy, then I would like to propose a compromise where like climate change is shifted like less of a U.S. economy issue, more of a UN issue, because like as you said, it is global, and I do agree, like for example, polar bears are becoming endangered as a result of Antarctica's ice melting, and as a result those villages and those native people of Antarctica are losing an important food resource for them. So this is more of a global issue than it is, because it is climate change. The earth, the globe is literally changing, and I understand your issues of economy for US, so I think focusing this on the UN and having it be a joint effort from multiple countries, both developed and underdeveloped, would probably take that stagflation or like take that economic hardship and like split it up and make it less of a hardship.
Oh shit, her MUN cap on.
Yeah, I get that. Okay. Good. Anyways, respond to that. Yeah, I get it. You know, I feel like the UN's already doing that through the, what's it called? Like the...
Which we withdrew
I
from.
think the
Yeah, right.
the points of the-
SDGs. You do MUN, bro.
Yeah, I don't, you see, I don't research it. Anyways,
He admitted that on camera, by the way.
I'll put it on film.
Get that to the.
Like,
It is right here.
He knows, I say it anytime anyone asks, I don't care. Because I still do good, so.
Okay,
Well, we didn't really do good.
Oh.
Anyway, guys, climate change. I don't care about MUN.
How did be
Nice.
That was dumb. Anyway.
That's a topic for another episode.
I don't want to hear about MUN. I can't.
Anyways, I think, personally, I think this is where our actual views is what separates us this time, not just whatever. I put the US first in front of any other countries. That's why I wouldn't want to go to the UN, because then it's like, UN isn't there to, UN doesn't force countries to do like anything, right? I guess they can't really, they can be compelled, but you can't really compel the US, you know?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm trying to say. It should be up to the US to decide whether they want to or not. Also, I just had a question, because you guys are talking about how, you know, we should do something, and you're like asking me why don't you want to do anything against climate change. So I asked you, what do you want to do against climate change? Specifically, that I should like counter against, because right now you're saying you should do something.
I don't think you have to counter it necessarily.
No, but like, no, you know what I mean, like.
Yeah, so as I said earlier, some of the biggest fossil fuel exporters for gas, such as Shell, for example, they contribute to about 5% of global carbon emissions. And I understand, like, my proposal is a carbon tax, but at the same time, like, I understand the consequences of that like, it could lead to inflationary wages. But I think the production, having it be a low interest, because, as I said, and I agree with you that it is an issue that can be a low address just because of its long-term effects, and I'd rather prioritize short-term effects that affect the daily lives of citizens. But I think an income tax, like a tax, would be good. Like, for example, I feel like people wouldn't really live up to policies unless they know that it's costing them. And a great 8-push example of this would be LBJ passing a law that said that like they would lose federal funding if they didn't opt up to the civil rights policies, and that was like a huge way, because reform actually happened with that because they had an incentive to lose money. So by doing this carbon tax, it kind of implements that same ideology where they have the incentive to lose money, and as a result, like that would like actually have direct change.
I think if you're worried about like how this could impact the economic side of it, I would recommend maybe looking more towards like technological innovations. You know, we have like carbon capture technology, improved recycling, like looking towards alternative like energy sources like nuclear, geothermal, like hydro, and like encouraging those sectors to like keep like doing the work they're doing. And I think like what I'm leaning towards is like a gradual like scaling down of fossil fuel industries and helping those fossil fuel industries convert into like alternative energy sources, like because they've already been working in the energy sector for such a long time. Like they have the connections, they know what their customers need, what their customers want, how much energy they require. So by like giving them the money and the resources they need to like shift from like burning coal to like burning natural gas instead, which like burns cleaner, like you could try to facilitate those kind of like small changes, and eventually like all those small changes would come together to hopefully like amount to like actual sustainable change, instead of just going like full force like nope, everyone's gonna pay like $100 tax right now if you're a fossil fuel company. I think small gradual change is like what we would need if we wanted people to work together on this.
Yeah, I get that. Personally, like I get, people move to solar, people move to wind, but I feel like they cost more. And sorry, it's not okay. Yeah, I know you're ready to like pounce, but like let me explain more. Okay, like it's not just
Man.
it's not just that they cost more. It's also the fact that they aren't as clean as people like believe.
Okay, like
That's a good point. That is a good point.
Sorry, I'm not. Actually, I kind of want to hear it, and then I'll continue my point.
Yeah, I want to hear it
I
too.
agree to that like for example like the lithium-ion batteries that they use in like the electric cars are not perfect. Like the process to get those like heavy metals is really bad for the environment. Recycling them is like not always effective, so that creates like additional waste. But in terms of price, I feel like can you really put a price on like the health of our planet?
That was a tough one. She won. That was good. I can tell what the game was, and that was the point.
Like, can you really put a price on the health of our planet and the health of our future generations? And I think like I think like in terms of like price, there's always ways to like mitigate that. And I think the long-term price, because like with the fossil fuel industry, it's contributing to climate change, and climate change comes with a cost. Like we have to keep rebuilding new infrastructure that's getting damaged by all these natural disasters. We have to like keep upgrading all of our technology in order to like keep up with this like climate change. But if we just take some of that money and like funnel a little bit of it at a time into like an alternative energy source, like it in the long term we will see more benefits. Like while the immediate benefits may not be seen, like your return on investment, macro concept right there.
Don't talk to me about macro.
Kick in. Okay, quick general question. I'll let you to go. Which I don't
No, I just texted my dad. I think he'll be here in 10 minutes.
Okay, sounds good. If you guys have to leave, that's okay. But I don't know if you're
General question.
General question would be: do you think the U.S. government should give fossil fuel companies money for like to reduce the price of fossil fuels?
Huh?
Do you think the U.S. government should give fossil fuel companies money to reduce the price of fossil
Like a
fuels?
government subsidy?
Yes.
Oh, like they're,
Oh no.
No, I don't think so.
They're partially paying for like my gas.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
Wait, should we explain what this would mean?
You can.
Yeah, explain this one.
Okay.
I don't want to. I'm sure you can though. It's definitely in your head somewhere. Like, right here.
Subsidies. Alright, so if the government gives a subsidy to what?
No, I'm copying you right now.
She's with you. Like,
If a government gives a subsidy to
I would do that too.
basically it would like lower the cost for all of it, because they would eat up like all the like potential surplus that would come out of this, right? But like I think this would go against Sophia's point maybe of like, 'cause, like why would you give more money to like a company that's producing pollution? But I do think a subsidy could maybe be replaced with like a tax incentive to like lower emissions, or like is the subsidy? Wait, clarifying question. Is the subsidy to like encourage them to like lower production, or is it just
right.
trying to like?
It's
To increase production, isn't it?
It's to reduce the price of oil for American consumers.
Yeah,
So more carbon
So
dioxide.
are you in favor of that, or
I like that shit.
But if you reduce
Yeah,
the
low-key
gas,
gas,
and
like
like
that's-
not realize like
That's really
production
expensive.
of carbon dioxide. Does that like not help climate?
I don't think they
it
care.
hurts it. It like it lucky hurts it, but
Well, I don't care.
I think that's the general consensus. Like, have we not reached that yet?
But when I say I support it, it's because you guys know inflation's high right now. If we decrease the price of gas, it decrease inflation. Because, sorry, you know, okay, we just talked about it. And with the OPEC, by increasing oil after OPEC, then the high like cost for everything went down because if gas kind of like runs the U.S. economy, and if you make it cheaper, then all the products in the U.S. go down too because
clarifying?
yeah.
Is this economically accurate?
The question is like, do you think fossil fuels should be subsidized, and or do you think renewable energy should be subsidized?
Oh, renewable energy, yeah.
Like, do you think the money that currently goes toward fossil fuel subsidies should be redirected to the renewable energy sector?
100%.
Fire ideas.
100%.
Well,
Also,
the
have the
question
same
is, oh, sorry.
No, you're fine.
Just to like clarify, like the U.S. government does subsidize oil right now. Does that make
Oh.
sense?
Mhm.
So they subsidize.
I got that
oil
on
right
camera.
now. Like,
Yeah.
Wait, just leave.
How's it going?
The original
Yeah,
price
they
of
do.
oil be without the currency.
No, but I just know they subsidize like billions of dollars
Okay.
to reduce the price. of
Yeah.
Why? Yeah, because
So-
you're arguing. Wait.
Yeah.
So they're putting subsidized right now,
You
and
want rage baiting, go chill.
It's working.
it's literally not even in the discussion. It's working. Cameraman's mad, bro. Now you know.
Keep going, keep going.
Rage bait works. Hey, the rage bait is working.
Don't make it personal.
Keep going, please.
I think it's not a bad idea. I mean, if you subsidize it, you're basically encouraging them to like look for like more ways to have alternative energy sources. And it'd be pretty cool if I could just like plug in my car into like some like fancy alternative energy instead of having to go to like Chevron and like paying like $1 bajillion to like fill maybe like half a tank. So like, and I think. Oh,
Sorry.
whoa, what was that? Did you get that on camera?
I did. Can I pose a question? What would we do? How would we fuel everything after fossil fuels run out?
Ooh, boy.
Wait. Good pull. Good pull.
Do you have an idea?
She's a pro, let her cook
I'm
that.
not a pro, guys.
Let her cook that shit,
Okay,
please.
so I'm just saying for fossil fuels, I think it's fine the way it is, but I'm not saying don't invest in other energy sources. The way the fossil fuels are is fine, but like then again, I agree with you on the technology. As time moves on, we have progressed from coal, wood, or whatever as energy sources to now fossil fuels and electricity. And I'm sure there's more things in the future, but whatever we're doing with fossil fuels is fine right now. I'm not saying don't reduce it. Don't reduce it. Don't reduce it. I think it's fine the way it is now. I'm just saying I'm not saying don't invest also in future energy
Because
sources.
I think you bring up a good point about how like eventually we are gonna run out of fossil fuels,
Yeah.
so we should be looking into like alternative energy sources. We do.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we're all screwed.
Yeah.
The sun, the wind, the water, it's still gonna be there. We can
Hopefully.
just. Fine.
Still gonna
The
be
sun's
there.
still gonna be there. The sun's still gonna be there. So.
More wind, so
Just
yeah.
like, sorry, I don't think I clarified my question. I think the question itself was, to what extent should the environment be prioritized, like compared to the economy?
extent, y'all.
100%.
I don't know.
I think
Did that shit
environment-
already.
What? What'd you say?
Evaluate the extent.
Sorry, guys.
Oh no. Evaluate the extent to which. Yeah.
Evaluate the extent to which I care.
Yeah. I don't. No, I do. Yeah. Let's hear it again.
Real. Evaluate the extent to which one should prioritize the environment in comparison to the economy.
Alright, let me fuck y'all. This is literally my argument
It's
phone.
circa 1700. Yeah, go.
Okay, I think
I'm gonna
realistically,
shuffle around. Don't mind me.
You try to forget.
I think realistically, we can't prioritize the environment right now because we just have so many other pressing issues. Like, we have potentially 2 nuclear powers at war with one another. We have many countries.
So Evelyn, could you scoot back a little?
Let others.
Thank you so much.
Sorry.
What is this crosstalk? Are you
Let's add that to the
Big
board.
back?
No crosstalk.
No, I was saying his handwriting's nice, and then I realized there's no place upside down.
Oh shit. Good catch.
Yeah, she did.
No, but like I think
like-
we catch it.
right now, like, there's.
Oh, okay, so you could scoot back in then.
For the environment, like that's
Yes.
Yeah,
So
I
they
agree
agree we
with
shouldn't do
that.
anything right now.
What?
I feel like we should do anything. It's like okay, it's like triaging. You know, like when you have like a mass accident. Okay.
sorry.
It's you like.
Could I have your seat by chance? Okay. There we go. Problem solving. You can. Okay. Okay.
You give like the people who are like not gonna die but still need medical attention.
Yes, perfect.
Like we just got a triage right now, and as of now, like there are issues that are like in the red, and climate change is maybe like somewhere like the green orange.
I ask you, when will there ever be a case where climate change is the most prior, one of the top ones? Because I feel like throughout history, I feel like climate change has never been like the major problem. Like at least like from now till later, because maybe back in the Industrial Revolution, when you had like mass factories and that actually you could see the change in the ozone layer, but now we're at a point where our like carbon emissions aren't like immediately negatively affecting us. So how would it ever reach one of the top sectors where that's when you start prioritizing? Like I'm asking you, when will there be a point where that is one of the highest priorities?
I feel like we can't predict that point, but it's like let's say you have an assignment every day, but it's like not due till the end of the test, so you like don't like put too much attention on it because like it's not a priority, right? But then eventually, as you like don't keep it a priority for that consistency, it builds up, and eventually it's the night before the test, and you have to spend all your time finishing all those assignments that you don't like. Let's say the day before the test you have something else that's also important. Like let's say you have like a game, or like let's say you have like a birthday party, but you have to say no to both of those because you have to spend all those times on those assignments when you could have been doing them consistently and still be able to go to the birthday party and still be able to go to the game. I know that's like kind of a vague analogy and like it's kind of a pretty crazy connection to climate change, but I feel like it's prevalent because if we're not devoting at least some involvement to climate change, over time it's going to build up and it's going to come to a point where we have to invest all our resources, which we could be doing for other things that we need, and that could prove to be very detrimental to policy itself.
Pop quiz, guys. How many years until we have irreversible impacts from climate change?
Like 20 years ago.
It's
20 years
probably,
ago.
Like some BS like 10 or something.
No.
That's not BS though.
Like
6?
120.
No.
6 for like irreversible, like
yeah,
at
I'm
what
telling
point
you, it's
will
gonna
we
be
get
like 5 or
to
10 or something.
5 or 10, 6,
13.
13,
30.
30. And how many years do you think we should wait until it becomes urgent? Like
0.
Urgent?
I don't know. I think it depends.
As
As it's
in-
like 15 years, then maybe we can like give it like another 5 years.
Yeah,
So
I give it till
5
15.
years until. Okay, wait, what was your estimate again?
5 to 10.
So like,
I give it like 10. 10 years.
And
Well,
when
then
we
if
start
your
taking
estimate is
action.
5 to 10, then we should start now, right?
Nah.
Well, but you just said we should start 10 years.
Yeah, but like we're probably already at irreversible damage. It's like it's gonna
Yeah,
keep
we are.
If it was that irreversible damage, you wouldn't do anything to prevent it.
If you had one leg cut off, would you cut off the other two?
It's like it's like when you're like
Don't get like.
getting like
Oh.
bit by a mosquito. It's like yeah, irreversible damage. You're losing some blood or whatever, but it's like
So you're gonna keep letting it happen, but then you'll die from blood loss.
I mean, you don't gotta do it now, but
malaria.
eventually, I mean, you don't gotta, like I'm saying, we don't gotta mind climate change right now. Maybe in like, I don't know, 30, 40 years down the line. Then we'll be like, probably have crazy technology.
You know who also said that? Henry Clay about the Missouri of 1820. That got us a war.
Ooh.
Whoa, crazy pull.
You see, I don't get that pull, so I didn't get.
Well, also another thing is
American
I know.
we wouldn't have the technology if we didn't put funding into developing it.
Of 18. Oh, Missouri.
And
Yeah.
then this
Oh, I
is-
know that one.
Yeah.
I know, I started
I know the
like
pull now.
doing things with my friends where we like award each other points.
Points. That's
Plus
awesome.
one Sophia point.
I'm taking
But
that.
yeah, just to like give the answer to the pub quiz. I think there was a news article last year where the UN Secretary General or Under Secretary General said that we have less than 2 years left to address climate change until we have
2
irreversible
years?
impacts.
I think that's kind of relative too, though.
Says who?
Oh no.
Under Secretary
Wait, where is it? Can I see it now? Shit.
I think for you, I feel like irreversible climate change means like the building will just blow up.
Hey, that tan you got today? Climate change.
No, that's just
Hey, no, he got darker though. Some people like that. I don't know.
too dark.
Like,
Sorry.
it should
It's
not
okay.
be this hot like right now, but it is because
Also, guys, we're like really overtime, so if you have to leave, there's no problem.
Shit.
My dad's just chronically late, so it's fine.
It's okay. We'll cut down the last
drove
session
here.
a bit.
I drove it.
I just
I wanted to drive past
but I'm not my car.
Huh?
So far, you have.
Ford Explorer. Hurry up.
You know, I love how I'm like arguing about climate change when I also drive a gas car.
Exactly. No one's gonna get rid of
Well,
that.
that was going to be one of the other questions. To what extent should corporations versus individuals hold responsibility?
Corporations.
Corporations.
All corporations.
I
what am
can't
I
afford a
supposed to
Tesla.
do?
Like, you know, if corporations
Start a recycling.
cater towards consumers, you know, if consumers started, for example, not buying something, the
Right.
corporation
Yeah,
is
it's not
forced
their
to change its behavior.
That's
You
true
see, you just
too.
Is it
argued
like-
it for us. Thank you.
Well, I'm giving
Bro,
you
she's
like,
giving us contacts.
bro.
She's giving us the contextualization.
I don't.
It's like it's an opinion-based question. Like it's not. She doesn't have the answer.
I'm not, yeah, I'm
That's
just
my
giving you
answer.
I'm just giving
That's
you
what I'm
things to
saying.
think about, to consider.
I don't know. I do agree with Sophie to some extent. Like, when consumers started demanding that, like, hey, we want to know like what's actually in our food. Like, we don't want to eat like GMO foods without like you telling us. And, you guys know what I'm talking about,
I
right?
support that shit.
You know, like, and then the companies were like, all right, fine, and then they started like putting like, oh yeah, this food was like GMO and this food is non-GMO. You know, so I think I agree with Sophie to a certain point that if consumers start demanding like, hey, like, we want more transparency and like how much carbon emissions you're using, or we want more transparency in like what you're doing with like all this government subsidy money, then like they will have to like they will be like almost like forced to like do it, otherwise they risk losing like all their consumers.
Yeah, I support that.
Just to be
But it's
clear,
like if consumers cared, they would have done it already. So.
it's not, I'm not presenting personal opinions. I'm an NPC, so I just give you things to think about.
Alright, let. Okay.
That's
Is that good?
Yeah, it's good.
Can I throw in a fact?
Yeah, throw it
Or
in.
throw in a fun
Please.
thing? Because why not? Honestly, I don't think Tesla. Sorry, I don't think electric cars should be a thing right now because I don't think that. No, because in my opinion,
I like that.
yeah, I know. Because the thing is like, if you ever, I'm sure you've heard many times, electric cars, they just catch on fire out of nowhere because I think what it is the battery that they have, it's not properly protected, and when moisture comes in it, then it kind of combusts. And that's what causes electric cars to literally catch on fire out of nowhere. It's happened to like 3 people I know, which is kind of like not a good thing. So honestly, I think they should just work on slowing down the electric stuff and just working on safety first. How to like properly, oh, did it die? I don't know. How to properly like have these batteries set up before they send it out to people. Like also, just to throw in a Tesla thing, and they're gluing on parts to a Cybertruck. That is so bad. You're supposed to properly like put those on your car. But I'm just saying, like, I think we're too ahead of ourselves to be putting up with electric cars right now.
I mean, I don't think electric cars are necessarily like unsafe. There are regulations in place, but I agree to some extent that like electric cars should not be like crowned as like, yep, guys, like this is gonna solve climate change. Like this is gonna be our saving grace. Like I definitely think we need to be exploring more accessible and more affordable solutions to climate change than giving everyone Tesla.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I think the Teslas are really expensive, so like,
I
Yeah, there's okay, I had like 6. It wasn't just Evelyn.
No, because I just don't see anybody's plates.
No, I had some before.
I had a lot of food.
That's first.
Then I was tasked.
I think the fattest society bowl guys are so good.
I'm so happy for you.
I had one too today.
I had like a side today too.
But I had to drink one. Like, you can buy from
I had like a blue thing. It was like bright, like it was a color that water.
Oh, they put like
See a pattern?
spirulina powder.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. Oh, it's so good. It
One.
It's a linear relationship.
was my
Yeah.
first time having it. It was so good. Oh my god.
That's what I always get. I get the blue place. Where'd you go?
I'm just
on it.
my first time I went to like Amazonian Bowls or something like that. Amazonian Society. That's like downtown Huntington Beach. My first time.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep.
I feel like I'm missing
They're all the
something.
same.
You're all the same.
Whoa, you're
Whoa.
saying that because we're all SoCal Asians?
No, bro, I didn't say that. I didn't
Yes, you
say that, I
are.
promise.
Damn.
3 different sizes.
That's fine.
That's great.
I can see it.
Okay. I don't.
Yeah.
Wait, what'd you say again?
I'm gonna throw away my fly.
Do it. Ew. Yeah, please.
Yeah, I don't support that personally because I think the Cybertruck is kind of shitty, but.
Honestly, I actually agree with that.
That's kind of fair. Even I agree with that.
What? My
Yeah.
mom was a Tesla, that's why. So
Oh.
I'm like, no, don't go do it.
My mom wants a really.
Oh yeah, my parents don't have a Tesla, and like it's actually
Oh my
very
God.
nice. So I'm not, but I don't like the Cybertruck model.
I'm
Yeah,
not lie,
it's just
Tesla's making me
stupid.
hella car sick. Like,
That's what I'm saying. Every time I sit in one, I already just like.
Because the suspension is cheap.
Yeah, no.
What are your like primary reasons why you're so against like Tesla?
It's just really low. Okay, it's not super low quality for the price, but I'm saying for the price that it has, it's not worth it. And also, just like I said, electric cars in general, I think it's kind of a safety issue. Because, like I said about the batteries not being properly protected and it literally combusts in thin air, not anything, like, that's also a health issue, just a safety issue. Sorry.
Yeah, you're good. I guess like just an example. I do get that we up to its quality, but I think what I really like about electricity is that at home like we have solar panels, and actually like I think 2% of the energy that we get from solar panels actually fuels our car because it's on battery. So essentially, we're not paying for gas, but as well as that, like we're not paying for it to be charged either, because essentially we're using renewable energy to charge our transportation. And I think like I get that in some situations that it is expensive, but it kind of just depends on like whether you see it as an investment or not, because like yes, it's expensive, but at the same time you're never gonna have to pay for gas again. And at the same time that if you are able, like maybe this is just a special case because we were able to employ and optimize renewable energy in order to cut costs as much as possible. But I feel like if we have that interconnectedness where we use solar panels and renewable energy to fuel our electric cars and overall like create a trend of that recycle, like that cycle of energy, I think that would be able to optimize low energy efficiency.
Yeah, I do. The thing is I don't think electric cars should not exist, period. I just don't think they should be existing now because they're not technologically advanced enough or safe enough to be put out on the streets or in people's homes. Because I know too many people whose cars just blow up in their house, and I'm just like, that's not a good thing. And then my mom wants a Rivian, and my dad's like, don't get it yet. Wait for electric cars to get better till it's like almost 100% guarantee that your car just won't burst into flames out of nowhere because the battery wasn't safe.
In response to that, I think car companies I don't think it should be banned. I think car companies should be held responsible rather.
Yeah.
Because their car probably like blew up, but they probably got a hella insurance money to get a new car, right? That's what I assume. And in cases of your solar powers your car, you're like, oh, it's cheaper, you don't have to pay for gas. On average, I'd say like the Tesla, before the battery on the Tesla starts degrading, it's like 4 to 5 years. And before it's like usually people replace it, it's 8 to 9. And then you have to get a whole new, $40,000-$60,000 car, rather than getting, is that the price range right now?
I don't know.
Well, no, I don't think that's right, because I think our Tesla has been present for 8 years and it's expensive.
Yeah.
Well, I get it. There are cases like that, and I fully
What are you doing, bro?
Yeah, I think electric cars I think my dad's here. But on that note, I think climate change is real.
Yeah,
Woo!
we all do, don't worry.
Some of us just don't care.
She like ended her point before she.
Yeah, before she left.
Alright, bye.
She ended her point before she picked up the phone.
Yeah, notice how like I didn't just leave while talking to you halfway. Alright.
Yeah.
Bye guys, thank you so much.
Bye.
See ya.
Okay, awesome.
Fire session, guys.